Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for popping in. Today I'm going to be messing around with making some little pouches. These are my previous ones that I made using the laminator, and the punches, or what do you call them? What do you call those things? It's in Chinese, so it just says buttons. Anywho, and then I just used crepe tape in different colours just to close. My hair is falling out everywhere. Just to close the sides, simple. Just close, and that's it. And I can see what I've got inside. But I thought I would like to do something with decorative paper. Now, how could I do that? Oops. So this is what I came up with. And I'm using some holographic sticker paper. This self-adhesive. So in here, and we've got concertina side, so you can open it, and it's got a window, so I can see all the ephemera I've got inside. If you don't like the holographic look, you can just use ordinary contact that you can get in any hobby store. So we're going to make one of these. Okay, I'm using the same decorative paper, and this one is about 6 and 5/16. Doesn't matter what size you choose. I'm going, let's just cut this down to a more reasonable size, okay? So cut this down to 6 1/4. It's only a hair, it wasn't even quite 6 and whatever I said. And we'll go to 8, about 8 1/4. So, I think we will score this one. We will make her, we'll make her 3 1/2 inches, which is not quite 9 centimeters. So 3 1/2, and then we're going to go to 7 1/8. I'll just fold that and make sure it folds nicely. Now if you double that and scored at 7, which is double 3 1/2, it would, this part would stop this folding, because it would be exactly on the score line. That's why I've added that extra 1/8 of an inch. So that's my envelope, that's what I've got. So that's that. Let's get another piece of this. Okay, I want this to be 3 1/2, hopefully. It's not quite 3 1/2. I don't want to have to cut another piece. 3 1/2, and let's take it down to 3 5/8. Let's see if this can do 3 5/8. 3 and 2, 3, 4, Not 3 5/8, 3 3/8, you silly woman. 3 and 1, 2, 3. 3 3/8. Math's not my strong suit. 1, 2, 3. So that's right. By 2 inches. Okay, so I'm not going to crease these yet. I'm going to score them. Okay, now on here we are going to cut out our square, our window. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to reach for something. Sorry. Okay, these are all actually envelope templates that I've gathered over time, and some of them do have a square or oblong opening, so I'm hoping I've got one I can use. Most of them are too big, I think. That's too square. That's too big. That's too big. And that's too big, so let's... Well, I have to do it by hand. Okay, so I am going to go on this other one. Where are you? I did about a 1/2 inch frame, but I'm going to go a little bit more sturdy. I'm going to go in a bit, so we're going to go 3/4 of an inch. Mark it there. Right at the top, we'll go 3/4 of an inch, and we'll mark it. And don't worry about going over with a pencil, that can always be rubbed out. Okay, 3/4 of an inch, and again 3/4 of an inch. Oops. Hey. Then we take our 3/4 of an inch there, and there. I don't think this is by any means the most accurate way of doing this. So we'll just get our cutting mat out. We are going to cut that rectangle out. And then we'll just rub out all our pencil lines very carefully. Okay, so now let's grab a piece of the holographic don't have to use holographic, it's up to you. Okay, so I'm going to try and do these all together. Hopefully. No, it's not going to work. I have to do it separately. Never mind. Just trying to save time is all, but you don't have to do that. Shakes. I always have a shakes when I have to do something like this because it's so darn delicate. Oops. Yep. Just going to remove this extra piece still attached to its backing because we'll need that. And now we take the backing off. Oops. Okay. Now we cut off all the outside pieces. Come on. First up, let's just work on this other, we're going to get it dirty. So this remaining piece, I'm just roughly cutting it to that width. Take the backing off. Oops. And then we are putting this piece over the top on the sticky side. So you're sticking those two pieces of laminate, so to speak, together. Okay, now let's continue cutting it all the bits away. Okay, so there's the outside, nice and laminated, and let's fold it up and put the lid down. Okay, first up we are going to, that's where we're going to put our little, what you call it, fastener. Poke a hole through there, and then through that hole, just, oops, a little bit of, I can see it there. Now, in this one, I put that so far down that the this just wouldn't go in, so I had to really squeeze up this, so make sure it is within that distance between here and here, which is not much at all. So we can actually put them in now. Go with the green this time, because we've got green in the paper. We need that one, that one, that one, and that one. So on the top. Now I like my pokey to go on the top. I like my male to go on the top and my female on the bottom. Squish. And in here from the inside out. And squish. That's it. Okay, now we need to laminate these pieces. I wonder if they'll fit here. They might do. They just might fit on this piece. Great stuff. Okay, let's score it. Half an inch. Ow. Oh. 1 inch and 1.5. Ow. Arthritis is a bitch today. Whoa. Inch. Ah. 1 inch. Whoops, and yay. Pull that out. In, out, and in. Okay, we're putting them in. We'll put them on this side. or here, it doesn't matter. The non-laminated side is on the top, on your M, with the laminated side up on your W. So you want this mountain here, the laminated mountain, facing out. So have I done that correctly? Yep. Oh, I've got glue and laminate all over me. I think what I need is my glue. Now I'm using art glitter glue, and I have found that it is just as good sticking onto laminate stuff as it is on paper. So on this paper side, with the laminate, on the inside like that. Actually, shoot, I've done that wrong. I think I've done it wrong. Let me just take a break. Cloth. Cloth. Where are you? There you go. I have to just make sure. I tend to forget. Yeah, I was right. So it does go like that. Yeah, I just had a horrible, not an epiphany, just a horrible thought. So we put that there. Just put it a little bit closer to the bottom than to the top. And then we are going to put some bulldog clips on, various sizes, to help, to help secure it. So this one, the same, you've got the laminate on the outside, hold it like that, laminate on the left there, if you're right-handed. Glue on the back, and then pop that down on the edge. Seriously? My hand is getting weaker because of the pain. Okay, I'm just going to give that a few minutes, or a couple of minutes. I've got these little ephemera pieces that need a home. Love collecting ephemera. Lovely pieces. They are not mine. I bought them. Actually, I don't know if they're stickers or not. I have a feeling they're not stickers, they're just plain ephemera. Yeah, just plain ephemera. And I've just destroyed that one. Not a fan of stickers per se. If I'm decorating a memory book or something, I much prefer the thicker ephemera piece rather than a sticker. Okay, let's take these off now. They just don't need much. See, they are pretty much stuck down. So, pens are out. Got a funny day today. We've had rain all night. It's not raining at the moment, but it's neither warm nor cold. Okay, now we are going to bring this piece up. And do use a baby wipe or wet one or what have you when you're working with glue. And we've got a window. So I'll pop those in, facing the window. Okay, to make these ones, take 2 pieces of copy paper and place them inside your sheet of laminate. Let's just pretend this is a sheet of laminate. Get your A4 paper. You might have to cut it down. If your laminate sheet is A4, cut this paper down about a 1/2 inch or so. Put 2 together. To the size that you want your pouch to be. Put it inside the laminate sheet, run it through your machine. Then cut it off here at the top of your paper, and you will find that your paper is stuck to your laminate. How did I do it? I can't remember. Disregard what I'm just talking about. That's because the sun just disappeared behind a cloud. Isn't it awful when you just can't remember? Oh, I know. Silly bugger, you did that for something else. I didn't use paper, I just ran the laminator sheet through the laminator, and I had got myself a sheet of acetate. Scored, fold, fold. And then I just used that tape at the sides to hold it and put those things on. So there's no paper involved. So it's just one laminate sheet. You can see there the laminate sheet where I cut it. So these are so easy to make, and you can see everything. And I much prefer these, but if you don't have a laminator, then this is the way to go. And of course, if you want, you can still do the concertina. So let's close that one. A bit more burnish in there. There we go. 2 more pouches. My little chick's upside down. That was easy. Although it took me a couple of shots to get it right, but no problems. That's all for now, I think. Just a quickie. Just a little quick one. I don't think there's anything else I need to show you. Nope. Okay. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this little play. And see you next time. Keep well and stay safe out there. And I hope you're comfortable with your weather, whatever it is. Bye.